Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope I'm audible. Alhamdulillah. I would like to welcome you all to IOU's live Q&A session and also thank you for making the time to attend this, which is enabling us to help you overcome any difficulty that you might be facing in your coursework. As it was informed earlier, I hope all of us in this session have logged into our student account so that we can explore the dashboard along together, inshallah. The agenda for today is that first, I would be taking you through the course page and some features of the dashboard. And this is entirely based on the common questions that we receive about the coursework. Thereafter, we will answer the queries that we have received through the form that we had emailed to all of you earlier. And after that, we'll be taking your questions live. Now, while I'm navigating through the site, if you have any questions, you can definitely post them in the chat box and we will take it in the last segment of the session, inshallah. Okay, so let's begin. So in the first segment, as we proceed through this, as I've mentioned, we will just run you through few of the essential components of the dashboard. Okay, now the topics that I would be covering in this is the course page overview. So under this, we'll be looking at teacher contact details. We'll be looking at the component section. Thereafter, we will go over to the evaluation scheme, then the forums, and then we will look into the study material. Okay, so for this, I hope all of us are on the dashboard. Now, on top of your, on the top right over here, when you, yes. Okay, so this is how your dashboard looks. So your login page is in this way. Now let's go to one of the courses, say any course that you have enrolled into, you can click on that. And on the top right, if you see just above the clock, you can see course blocks. Once you click on that, it will reveal the teacher contact. You've got the name, email ID, who is your teacher for this particular course, the email ID, office timings, and the contact details are there. If you scroll down, it will give you information about the components, that is the total number of modules. So for this particular course, there are 30 modules, of which 15 will appear for the midterm examination, and the remaining 15 will be for the finals. And how many assignments are there? You have just one assignment for this course. So the component section gives you an idea of the coursework that is there for this, for any course that you select at IOU or you have enrolled in. After that, you will find the evaluation scheme, and this evaluation scheme may vary for different courses, but on the whole, if you see, generally, this is the major way that it is followed. For session test is 15%, midterm examination 30%, final exam 40%, assignments 15%, and the pass mark, when you take the aggregate of all of this, the pass mark is 60%. Let me repeat, you can find this section on your course page on top, course blocks. At the top right, you find this course blocks. When you click on it, it will reveal teacher contact details, components, and the evaluation scheme. Now, on your course page itself, for example, I am on Hadith 201. On your course page, you have a forum section. Now, what do we do under this forum section? How is this helpful to us? News forum usually has content wherein the teacher, your course teacher, will be posting any announcement, any news, or any information that he or she needs to convey to the students. Now, this is not related to the content of the course. This is related to announcements, basically. For example, if there is a revision live session, or if there is any other notification that the teacher wants to give you, it will be announced on the news forum, or otherwise, even if the admin wants to announce something which is particular to this course, it will be in the news forum. Student discussion forum is a place where you can discuss your doubts pertaining to this course with your fellow classmates. So you can do that on students discussion forum. Technical feedback forum, any technical problem that you face with regards to this course itself. So for each course, you will find this forums, you will find the course blocks, all of these sections will be the same on each course page. Next, ask the teacher. If you want to put a question out there to the teacher in public, you can use the forum as well. If you do not want to use the course blocks and contact the teacher personally, you can do so on these forums, so that the teacher will then definitely get back to you. Okay, now that's about the forums. What about the study material? Where can I access the study material? It's all over here. So once the forum section is done, you have the course text. Now under course text, you have course details. So this gives you a basic idea of the syllabus and the division, the module-wise sectioning of the topics is given under course details. The textbooks that are required, all of this is in PDF format, so you don't have to actually buy the book. It's all available on your dashboard. And then you have the event, the live session schedule. In case you have live sessions for this particular course, you can access it over here as well. In addition to this, once you go ahead, you have a course notes section. Now, if you see this course notes section, it has content which is not necessarily put down by the course teachers. Understand that these notes are put down by students, and so you can definitely refer to them, but then and of course you can have a very concise look, because this is put down by the students, and the students have actually put in a lot of effort and then have compiled these notes, so you can have a look at it. So those are the course notes. Please note that those course notes are not put by IOU, it is put in by the students. Now, in addition to that, you have under each module, you will have audios and videos along with the reading assignment. So how much are you supposed to read of the textbook for module 1? So the name of the textbook is given, the volume is given, the page numbers are given. So for module 1, you need to go through all of these pages. What about the audio? The audio is nothing but an extract from the video. So if you see, there are 5 parts for module 1, A, B, C, D, and E. So the audio has been extracted from all of these 5 parts, and it has been put in one audio. So if you do not want to listen to watch the video, you can definitely listen to the audio. The content is exactly the same. We proceed in the same manner. And while you go ahead, you will find, before I come to that, once you are done with a particular course, once you're done with a particular module, you've finished studying it, you can proceed to attempt the test. Understand one thing, that once you click on the test, you have to attempt it. A reset will be provided only if there is a technical issue, otherwise no resets will be granted. So make sure that you click on the test only when you're ready for it. We do not have, just in the general diploma section, we do have the option of doing the test, but not so in the campus section. Okay, so only when you clear the module, that is when you've attempted module 1 test, will module 2 test activate on its own. Until and unless you do not attempt module 1 test, module 2 test will not activate on its own. Another thing that we need to notice, there is no minimum scoring. It is not necessary that you have to get a minimum score for module 2's test to open up. It's not required. The only requirement is that you should attempt the test. Once we're done with that, if you see, after module 15, and this is the case with most of the courses, that after till module 15 will be the pre-midterm portion. you will find the assignment section right below module 15 in most of the courses. Okay, so it will be sandwiched between the midterm exam and the module pre-midterm module. Okay, now in the assignment section, since the assignment has already been released, this has been activated, and once you click on it, it will take you to the assignment page. The first three options, we have provided the APA sample paper. How are you supposed to be doing your referencing? All of that has been provided over here. Then you have frequently asked questions on the assignment that can be accessed over here. And then how you are supposed to be writing your assignment and uploading your assignment. Again, so all of these are clickable links. All you need to do is go ahead, click on it, and then you will get the details for that particular topic. Further down, where is your assignment actually located? It is over here in the form of a PDF. Okay, the assignment is uploaded in the form of PDF over here. You click on it and the assignment will open, and then you can, once you're done writing your assignment, you can submit it over here. How it's supposed to be submitted, as I mentioned, all of those details are given in point number 3. Okay, and it also gives you the time that is remaining to submit your assignment. So that's about the assignment. Now, what about the midterm? Since the midterm hasn't commenced as yet, you will not be able to see any midterm link over here. But once it is time for the midterm, which is 8th November for the degree programs and the certificate programs. So once the midterm exam, it's time, that's it's 8th November, you will find another tab over here which says midterm exam, and then the link will be activated. Please note that the link will not be activated before the exam. Only when the exam is going to start, that's when the link will be activated, and it will remain active for the entire duration of the exam. And once it's done, for example, the normal period gets over on 14th November, after that it will be deactivated. You need to proceed in a similar manner after you're done giving your midterm exams. You need to proceed in a similar manner to complete the remaining modules till you reach the last module. And the same case is for the final exam. You will find the link over here. The final exam section will be added when it is time for the final exam. That is on the date and the time it's supposed to be starting. That's when you will find the link. Otherwise, it will not be visible. Right? Now, that is about your course page. These are all the main details. Of course, you can explore it further, but this is what is absolutely essential for you to know on your course page. Now, next, let's head to the dashboard, and you can go to the dashboard using this hyperlink over here, or even if you click on the IOU logo, you will be directed to your dashboard. Once on your dashboard, again, I'll be running you only through the essential details. On top over here, if you see, this is the time that is given on the top right, that's in UTC. So this can be a reference point, and you can convert it to your local time, either using an app or otherwise you can do a manual conversion as well. Now over here, this announcement section is absolutely essential for us. All announcements of exam dates, deadlines, or reminders, all of them are placed in the announcement section. So once you go as a student, you must definitely look up this section on a continuous basis so that you are up to date with the dates, because sometimes we do tend to forget it. So when these announcements are made, you can definitely have a look at it. The announcement, as soon as an announcement is made over here, you will also receive an email simultaneously. So you can definitely access it through there as well. Now, in addition to that, you have the orientation. This is a fall 2020 orientation that was done. And if you have missed out on it, the recording is placed over here. You can access it. Further down, these are the courses that you have, enrolled into will be visible over here. You can access it from here as well. Okay. Now, this is the event schedule for fall 2020. Depending on the course that you are enrolled into, the event schedule will change accordingly. For example, the student is enrolled in BAIS degree program. So you can see the schedule for for the degree program itself. If you're enrolled in IAP or if you're enrolled to MAIS, you will see that particular event schedule on the screen. Okay, this is just a one-stop quick glance for you to understand when is the coursework, the important coursework dates. This is for a quick glance. It's a good way for you to access this on your dashboard. Now, in the academic section, I'm not going to run through all of them, but there are a few that we will be going through. So, right, in this community service is one particular section that we all need a little information on. Now, once you click on community service, it will take you to the community service page. Details are given over here as to how you can do your community service and the hours that are required for you as well. Okay, so here it says 36 hours each semester after the completion of 12 courses. So you can access that over here. And once you are done with your community service, how do you submit it? If you see at the bottom, there is a link which says, please click here to submit your community service work. You click on that, it will reveal a form basically, and you need to fill in the form and submit it. And at the end of the report, at the same link, you will find the report of your completed hours. Okay, and this for the first semester students, if you want, you can definitely start it right now, or otherwise you can start it after the completion of your third semester. Next, quiz reset is one of the common questions that we get, that in case while attempting a test, if I lose connection or if I have an internet fluctuation, what do? I have lost the quiz entirely. The page just zoned out. So in that case, what you need to do is you need to go to the request section under the dashboard, go to quiz reset, and under quiz reset, you will see that there are certain guidelines given. You need to follow those. You need to read it appropriately. And then afterwards, you need to click here to apply. Once you do that, you will, if you see now, though the student is enrolled into these courses, none of it is activated over here because the student has not attempted any test as yet. Only the test that you have attempted will be visible over here. It's not that the whole set will be visible. As in when you attempt it, it will start appearing over here, and the one that you want to apply for reset, you need to click on that, give your reason, and then submit the application, and you will receive a response via email within 12 hours. Okay, so that's about the quiz reset. Next, under exam section, you have exam center. Under exam center, under exam center, you have a lot of details which are given. You are requested to run through these details in depth so that we don't lose out on any important point. Okay, so there is a certain time period within which we need to register for the center. And once we are done with that, so when you go to the bottom, you will find the register button. So all of these instructions that are given are mandatory for us to read so that we have a proper understanding of the exam center and how we have to go about it. Please note that for midterm examinations, we do not have to visit the center. The center details are only required for the final examination and not for the midterm examination. Okay, so in case in your area you do not have a center which is feasible for you, you can definitely suggest a new center. This whole section is about suggesting a new center. Right? Now, right. So we have covered module tests, assignments, midterm exams, final exams, quiz reset portal, exam centers. Weekly live sessions. Now, the weekly live sessions, so basically you have weekly live sessions, we have the Tajweed live sessions, and we have the revision live sessions. Now, where can I access information about this? Under academics, you have a section which says live session info. All you need to do is click on that, and once you are there, it will give you details of any live session or any revision live session that is planned out. Currently, for the courses that the student is enrolled into, there is no weekly live session planned, or the revision live session also, the date hasn't been released as yet. That's why you are not finding any details over here. Okay, so all those details can be found over here. This is one way. And as I had told earlier, you can definitely go to your course page, and on your course page itself, you can find the details over here, which says that the live session schedule is given. You can access it from there either. Okay, now weekly live sessions are not there for majority of the courses, especially if you're in the first semester. For CMP 101, Computer 101, yes, there are weekly live sessions as of now, so you can access that. Again, the details of this can be accessed from the course page, or otherwise from the dashboard. You can go to live session info and you can take the details from there. Okay, now revision live sessions. What about revision live sessions? These live sessions, in the course page, you have the news forum. Your teacher will be announcing the revision live sessions over there. He or she will be providing the links for these sessions also over there itself, and you can access it from the news forum. Alternatively, you can also have a look at this live session info portal, and from there you can get the details on the revision live session that is planned. Revision live sessions are only two, one before the midterm and the second is before the final examination. Yep. Now, during our studies at IOU, especially this being an online university, most of us face the challenge of managing time. We are not able to probably segregate our commitments and the time that we have to give to our studies. And this is absolutely essential for us to manage our time properly, because these are online studies, and it is quite possible for us that we lose track on the dates, we lose track on the coursework that is there, the deadlines that are coming up. Now, one easy way in which we can do this and we can plan our time is, as we had spoken about it, if you have attended the orientation session or you have watched the videos, this was one of the advice that was given by the senior students as well. And it really works in our favor. It works in the favor of students. So how can we do this is, you need to actually calculate the number of modules that you need to do. For example, we have the midterms that's approaching by say 8th November to 14th November. We have the midterms approaching, and today is 3rd October. Right? So from today till the midterm, it is literally 30 days. And I have just taken a round figure. If you calculate it properly, it would be 30 to 34 days. But just for the sake of putting down a rough schedule, we're taking 30 days. So exactly a month. Okay. Now, suppose that a student, say I have enrolled into 3 courses. Okay, and I have 30 days to the midterm. So first of all, I'm going to calculate the number of days that I have for the next deadline of my coursework, and the immediate one is midterms. So 30 days to the midterm, and I've enrolled into 3 courses in the current semester. Now, each course, on a general basis, it has 15 modules before the midterms. Pre-midterm is always 15 modules. Okay, now the total number of modules then, which is still midterm. So I have enrolled in 3 courses. Each course has got 15 modules before midterms. That leaves me with 45 modules that I need to complete so that I can attempt the midterm examination. Okay, now how do I understand how many modules am I supposed to be completing in a day? The best way is, on an average, you just have to divide the total number of modules with the number of days. So on an average, I need to complete at least 1.5 module in a day, so that I will be ready right before the midterm, completed all the pre-midterm module tests, so that I can give the midterm exam easily. And I have left, in this calculation, I have left 4 days for revision as well, because just after you complete the midterm, the module test, you will not be able to give the midterm immediately. Of course, you need to revise. So I've kept 4 days for revision. Based on that, it will be 1.5 modules per day. And this is just a sample. This is just an example. Of course, depending on the number of courses you have selected, you need to do the calculations. For example, if you have selected 6 courses, then 6 into 15 is 90, and 90 should be divided by 30. That means that you need to do 3 modules per day. Okay, so this is just one way in which you can divide the modules, and then you have if you look at 45 modules at one stretch, you might feel intimidated. You might feel that I've got so many modules to complete, but once you break it down like this, you will feel that, okay, this is achievable. 1.5 modules per day, inshallah, is achievable. Okay, so this is just one way. You can definitely come up with ways which are easily accessible to you as well. Now, what about the useful resources that are there on the IOU site itself that you can make a use of? The first one is the student handbook, the how-to page, video tutorials, FAQs, and docs. So I will quickly show you where you can access this. Okay. Right, so here you see the student support button. It's a drop down, and once you click on it, you have student handbook, FAQs, how-tos, and you have video tutorials as well. Now, all information about IOU will be over here in the student handbook in the form of a PDF. You can access that directly, so it's a one-stop place for you to get all the information. Then you have the FAQs. In the FAQs, the information is divided into chunks. So whatever information you want, you can pick it up from here. So suppose I want information on live sessions, I click on live sessions, I'll be pulled down to that section, and I can see whatever question that I have, I can try to get it answered through the FAQs that are provided. And then of course you have the how-to section, wherein it shows you how to unenroll from a course, how to do the Tajweed class registration, how to join the live sessions. All of these details are provided in the how-to infographics. And then again, you have the video tutorials, wherein it will give you tutorials on important aspects of the coursework that is there. So you can definitely explore that. These are short videos and they're easy to access as well. Now, in addition to this, if you see at the bottom left of your screen, you will find a circle over here, the beacon icon. So in case you're not able to find anything, all you need to do is click on this and type. For example, if I want to know about community service. So it will immediately pull up information about community service, and you need to click on it and it will give you all the details that you require. So this is another way in which you can quickly access information. And of course, besides that, you have the help desk. And if you see the chat option at the bottom right, as of now it's offline. So you can also approach the help desk if you have further queries about anything pertaining to your coursework. Right. Next, the orientation session, we just had a look at it. It's available on the dashboard. Then the site news, it's referring to the announcements. You can have any announcement that is made. It's always a wise thing to go to the announcement section and have a look at it. Event schedule and academic calendar, again on your dashboard, and the WhatsApp groups. Now we have WhatsApp groups we have them course-wise, and we also have them for the new semester students. So the link will be posted in the chat box, and you can definitely join these WhatsApp groups so that you are updated on information in a timely manner. These groups, please note, these groups are only for discussion of course-related work and no external chatting under any circumstances. Okay, now, so that is for the useful resources. Now let's quickly take the questions that were asked by the students itself through the forms that were there. This is the second section basically of the session. The first question: if someone doesn't want to do community service, then can some substitute be available so that we can get our degrees? No, community service is mandatory unless and until the fixed hours are not completed. The degree or the certificate or the associate degree, whatever program you have applied for, that certificate will not be provided. Yes, probably if you're not comfortable to do the community service on ground, you can opt for online options. You can also approach us, and we have a voluntary service which is available. You can approach us and we can help you out with accumulating your community service hours, inshallah. Next, as students, is it necessary to do community service and on-field assignments in COVID-19? If yes, what are the alternatives? As I mentioned, you can take up these community service activities. You can take them up online. You can approach us, or otherwise you can have your own, you could teach a class online. It's not necessary that you have to have a big group of students. Even a couple of students, if you are able to gather and give them any form of dawah or teach them about Islam, that would serve as community service. Next, conducting Islamic quiz, teaching Seerah of the Prophet ﷺ through messages in social media. Is it considered as community service? Yes, you can consider this as community service. So basically that serves as an example for what I was referring to in points 1 and 2. Fourth question, are final exams in descriptive form or MCQs? MCQs. All examinations at IOU are in the MCQ format. None of them are in the descriptive format. You have only one assignment that falls under the descriptive format. Is there WhatsApp group for each course available? For each course, yes, the links will be sent across, and they will be posted on the chat box basically, and you can definitely join them. In case you are missing out on those links, you can definitely email us at infodesk and we will send those links personally to you. Next, how can I see the correction on the missed assignment? I'm not quite sure what this is referring to, but if you are saying that how can I check my assignment scores, or how can I check what have I scored in an assignment, on your assignment page itself, let me take you to that. So yeah, on your assignment page, at the bottom, once you've submitted, it says grading status is not graded. Here you will see the grade. If it's graded, you will find that it's written graded over here, and the feedback will also be put below. Usually it will be an audio feedback by the teacher who has evaluated your assignment, or sometimes even written feedback will be provided. Okay. Next is, what will happen if we can't finish our modules on time? If you are not able to complete your modules, pre-midterm modules on time, let us go by that example, then you will lose out on the score that is assigned for the session test. So basically, all the session tests was put together is 15%. So if you miss out on half of the module test, that's the pre-midterm module test, you will lose out on 7.5% of the final aggregate score. How do I find the group link of Tajweed? Okay, for this, I will again share the screen. One moment. I hope you all are on the dashboard along with me, because then it would really help. Right, so how do I find the group links of Tajweed? On your Tajweed window, say you're on Tajweed 101, you will find certain sections which says live session links. So this is what you're seeing now is the admin module, and that is why you're able to see both sisters and brothers. Otherwise, you will be seeing only links which are pertaining to your particular gender. So under live session links, sisters, you will find the Word document which has got all the links. So depending on the group that you have selected, you need to click on that link and then proceed with the class, with the session. Similarly, for the brothers, you will have your link in a similar manner. You just need to click on it and then follow the link of the sheikh that you have registered for, and accordingly you can proceed. Now, while I am on the Tajweed window, let me cover a few things about the Tajweed application as well. So you have the Tajweed application portal. You have the section on your Tajweed window. Now, once you go to the Tajweed application portal, you will get access to 5 other portals. Now, what are these portals? If you have a missing grade in Tajweed, you need to apply it on this portal. If you have a complaint or about the Tajweed classes, you can complain that on this portal. If you have a makeup request, for example, you have missed a session due to some reason and you want to apply for a makeup class, you have to use this portal. If your TA has been absent, if your teacher has been absent, you can report that on this portal. And if you have a missing session or wrong link that has been provided to you, immediately you need to come and report it on this section over here in the application portal. In addition to this, in addition to the links that are provided over here, also you will have the information which is placed on the news forums for the particular group. So if you see the new forum posts which are here, you will see the links that are posted and you can definitely access them from there as well. But the best way for you to do it is all the links are there over here. You can select your group link and proceed to attend the sessions. Right, so coming back to the questions, so you can find the group link of Tajweed from your Tajweed page itself. The next question is, I missed classes for the whole September month. Now, for this again, there are no records. See, the recordings of previous classes, these are live sessions. The teacher has to listen to you. So recordings doesn't apply in the case of Tajweed. Okay. Now, also we need to know that the live sessions of Tajweed, they contribute to 50% of the marks of your course aggregate. If you see, the evaluation scheme is quite different for Tajweed, and they are contributing to 50%. So attendance to them is mandatory. Okay, if you miss it due to any reason, you can definitely use the portal and apply for it. There is a limit. If there is a valid reason for you to miss so many classes, you can either contact help desk or otherwise again use the portal to make your request, since the number of classes are quite a lot. Next, I want my social and diploma in Islamic studies credit transfer. How can I go about it? If you're referring to diploma in Islamic studies, a general diploma in Islamic studies, which is offered at IOU, you want to transfer the credits from there to the main, the degree IOU, then that's not possible because the diploma, the general diploma is not accredited. If you are referring to an external credit transfer from your university, which you have done, you want to transfer the grades to IOU, then there is a whole credit transfer application process that has to be initiated. This is called an external credit transfer because you're transferring the grades from an external university to IOU. Now, if you want to do an internal one, then that's a different thing altogether. So I will If you see on the dashboard, you have a section which says credit transfer. If you want it within the programs of IOU, that is intra-department. That's not the one that we're talking about. We're talking about this credit transfer, which is from an external university. You need to come to this page and follow the links over here, follow the conditions, and then proceed. It's self-explanatory. You can proceed in the manner that is prescribed over here. Next, what must you do if you miss a live Tajweed session? If you miss a live Tajweed session, you can apply for the makeup session. Then the reason will be evaluated, and based on it, you will be provided a class or not. If it is due to the passcode being incorrect, you can report that again on the portals that were shown. Alternatively, what you can do is, if the passcode, and this applies to all students over here, if the passcode shows an error, always key in the meeting ID. That would help in most of the cases. In spite of that, if it doesn't work, you can definitely go to the application portal and apply for a missed session, or you can inform that the link isn't working. How can I get notification when there's live class? Whenever a post is made on the news forum or in the announcement section, students are automatically emailed, but depends on the inbox setting that you have. If you have not marked emails from IOU as important, then in that case, they would land up in your spam or your junk box, and you would not be able to see them. All right. But alternatively, you can definitely go to your dashboard, access the news forum, and see when is the live class. I would like to know about assignments like APA, like we showed now on the assignment section. All the details have been keyed in now. There is a link that will direct you to the APA type of referencing. You can definitely have a look at it. In addition to that, we also have on our IOU YouTube site, we have a whole module on assignments, so you can have a look at that as well. I'm not fluent in English. Can I take the exam in Arabic and do assignments in Arabic? I'm sorry, but that's not an option at IOU. The mode of instruction is English, and hence the assignments have to be, and the exam also has to be submitted in English itself. Next, whom do we contact regarding assignments, doubts, or questions? If it's related to the course content, if it's related to the question, if you're unable to understand the question or what is required of you, you can definitely contact your course teacher and they will be able to guide you. However, if it is related to some technical aspect, for example, if you're unable to understand how to download the assignment, or you're not able to understand how to upload the assignment, or any such details, you can definitely contact us on help desk and we will guide you through it, inshallah. So that's about the questions that we received on the form. Now we will be taking the live questions. Okay, so not a student of IOU, can I continue to be? No, this is strictly for IOU students. So yes. Okay. I'm just scrolling down, brothers and sisters. Give me a minute. Okay. So okay, I am. This is by. I'm not sure. I think that's just on phone name. All right. I'm a first semester BBA student, and I cannot access my courses despite making full payment and registrations. If you have enrolled into the courses, now the question here is, have you enrolled into the courses or not? Because the enrollments closed on September 30, so you will not be able to enroll into this semester. you would have to apply for a fee transfer. The fee would be transferred to the next semester, and that's when you will be able to then, you can use the early enroll option. But if you're not able to, if you've enrolled into the courses and then you're not able to access any of the courses, that means there's a technical issue and you need to email help desk immediately so that they can look into the whole problem. How is the overall module test score calculated? The module test, it's 15%. So there are 30 module tests on a whole, so you can say 0.5 from each. So that's how it works. The module test score on a whole is 15% of the aggregate score. Next question is, if I drop some courses, will I have to pay even if not yet up to October 12th? If you're well within the course drop deadline, then you do not have to pay. You can drop it free of cost. The minute the deadline starts, that's when you would have to pay for the course drop. That is $10 for each course. Why does the MCQ test not display the correct answer when you get it wrong? This is as part of students of knowledge, as part of us seeking knowledge over here. We need to definitely gain some kind of a certain level of expertise over the subject that we are studying. So if the answers are given directly, it is possible that students do not go up and look the content to try to arrive at the right answer. This is a part of the learning process, so that when we get something wrong, get an answer wrong, we are able to go back to the questions, go back to the text and look up the right answer. So this helps us to gain a better understanding of the content. In case, in spite of doing that, we are not able to understand it, then you can contact the TA, you can contact the teacher, but the teacher too will not be revealing the right answer to you. He or she will guide you to an understanding of the answer, inshallah. Next question, are the exam questions similar to the practice one? No, they are not similar. Those practice questions are just helping you to review the content. The exam questions will be in the same format as it's there in the module test. It will be in a similar manner. Next, the lesson is getting completed in module 16, and in the course it's written till module 15. So do we have to learn the complete lesson? You can stop at module 15 itself. You do not have to go ahead and learn the whole module. That's, you do not have to proceed to module 16. Arabic grammar starts with level 2 book, and in it there are questions from level 1 book. Okay, for Arabic courses, it is not about only pre-midterm questions or post-midterm questions. Arabic is, as we know, it's a continuous, it's a progression. So you will have questions from all through, from the beginning till the end. So you would have to be revising the content right from module 1 up till the end. If in the portion it is not, for example, Arabic grammar starts with level 2 book, and in it there are some questions from level 1 book, but in reading listening book level is after midterm. So do we have to learn level 1 book? Level 1 book, if the portion for the examination is given only till a certain module, you stick to that, and it's not required for you to go to the next level. Okay, the next is actually a couple of questions. So, must you start a dual program of Bais and BA Arabic at the same time? Is it possible to be in semester 2 of BAS? Yes, it is. It is possible for you to be in semester 2 of BAIS and semester 1 of BA Arabic at the same time. Okay, it's not that you need to start both at the same time. No, you can be ahead in one program and you can be a few semesters back in another program. If you do both the programs, do you need to do 2 community services for both programs? Yes, you need to. There are a couple of questions over here. If you are in a dual program, must you do an equal number of courses of each program per semester? Can you do 8 courses of BAIS and 4 courses of BA Arabic? It depends on the payment that you have made for that particular program. So if for BAIS you have paid according to the part-time mode, you can select 3 courses. And if you have paid for BA Arabic as the full-time mode, you can select up to 6 courses. Okay, so it depends on actually the amount, the payment that you make, depending on the study mode that you select. If you are in the accelerated semester program, can you combine courses with your prerequisites, Arabic 101 and Arabic 102? No, this is not an option. However, in the accelerated program, you can email help desk, and after seeking prior permission, that can be allowed. But for direct enrollment is not possible. You would have to email help desk to get confirmation from there. What exactly changes during the study breaks? Nothing much. It is just so that we have an idea about this is the time that we are supposed to be revising the content and getting ready for our examinations. What's the timing and the number of questions in the midterm and the final exams? The timing is 75 minutes, except a few courses, and the number of questions is 50 questions, both in the midterm as well as the final exams. Must we still do the final exams and exam centers during the COVID-19 pandemic? Information about this will be released in a timely manner. As of now, we don't have any information on this. When it is time for us, when it is the right time, inshallah, the information will be given out. Is it possible to know the number of modules in the course you haven't enrolled in? I'm not sure I understand that question. To know the number of modules in a course you haven't enrolled in? I'm not sure. Okay, the next question, how to speed up a video class? You do have the speed option over there under settings. It will show you something as speed, and it has got options as 1.25, 1.5, 1.752. So you can click on that and increase the speed. Next, after giving the final exam, can I continue my next semester later? I mean next year due to some personal problems. Yes, if you mean that you want to defer a semester or you want to take a semester break, then definitely you can take a semester break. I've contacted the teachers by WhatsApp and also by email, but no reply. Okay, so I would request you to email help desk. Email help desk and mention this, that the teachers haven't responded, and they will take it further. Okay, so once you mention that they haven't responded in spite of you contacting them, then they'll definitely take it further, inshallah. Okay, next question. I registered late on IOU. I'm not able to register the Tajweed live session. There will be new groups that are that will be released, so inshallah you can join those groups. Information about that will be released in a couple of days, inshallah. Okay, how to join the classes? Okay, that was about Tajweed. Next, what in the case I didn't start the semester at the initial time? Do I have additional time due to my late joining? No, there is no additional time. We need to give the exams, and we need to stick by the deadlines which is there for the coursework. Next question, can I do community work in our regional language? Yes, absolutely. That's absolutely fine. You can do it in your regional language. Next question, if we have wrong answers in module test, how will we check our correct answers? I answered that. Next is about assignments. How long does it take to finish? For the assignments as well, just as I spoke about the module test, you can think about the assignments depending on the number of assignments that you need to attempt. Usually you can keep, depending on the complexity of the nature of the question, you can increase or decrease the time. But ideally 1 week should suffice to prepare a proper assignment with referencing. Sometimes it will go on to 10 days, as I mentioned, depending on the complexity of the question and the availability of resources. So 10 days for an assignment to be properly ready. So if you have you have enrolled into 3 courses, then you can adjust the time accordingly. Some courses, the assignments are often easier nature. For example, Arabic assignments, you don't have to research anything, you just need to answer the questions, so that can be completed relatively earlier. It will hardly take 2 or 3 days for you to complete the answers on an Arabic assignment. Okay, so those are a couple of questions related to assignments, and all of those questions are basically answered on the assignment page. So if you run through the FAQs and if you go through the referencing styles that are given, all of these questions, Assistant Nimra, they are answered over there. And if you have an additional question about this, you can definitely email us at helpdesk and we will get back to you with your response. Next question, how long will it take to receive a reply after reporting an issue? I'm not sure on which platform are you reporting the issue on, if it is the help desk or if it is the technical feedback forum. If you could specify that, inshallah, I can answer. Next question, what can we refer while doing our assignments? Is it only the course modules? We can definitely refer to external sources. In fact, that's the purpose of the assignment, that we are able to access and we are able to explore external sources and authentic sources, in fact, and then try to accumulate content and apply reasoning and put down a well-developed paper or an assignment which meets the requirements of the question. So that's the whole purpose. When we research further, it develops our understanding as well. Next, after I'm done with Aqidah 101, can I come back next year to enroll in a course? Because yes, if you're referring to semester breaks, then definitely you can take a semester break and you can come back later to complete the other modules. How many questions should we expect in mid-year exam? 50 questions, all are MCQs. What is course waiver? So course waiver basically is if you, for example, if you have a degree in computers, so it's applicable to computers and it's applicable to English. So if you want to waive this course because you have an expertise in it, and this expertise is, I'm not referring to we being a native English speaker or anything of that sort, no. You have a proper degree in it and you want to be exempted from studying that course, and you would rather take a different course in its place, then you can apply for course waiver, and it is applicable only to those 2 courses. So once you apply for a course waiver, you have to submit your documents. The concerned department will have a look at those documents, and if it is approved, then you need not take, for example, you need not take CMP 101, you can take another course which is under the course, the waiver replacement courses. You can take one of those courses and replace your CMP 101. But it requires an approval process. You need to upload documents and only then you can proceed. Next, can someone please add me in the BBA WhatsApp group? I think the number has been taken, so inshallah you will be added. How much are we supposed to score in module tests? Like I mentioned, there is no minimum score, there's no maximum score. As much as you score, that will be then taken as an aggregate and added on to your final score final score of the course. Next, is English 101 module 1 to 7 test based on the Sira or note taking topic? This is a very course specific question. I will not be able to answer this. So you can, it actually depends on the, generally I can tell you that the course topics that are given. So under module 1, you have what is the content that is there for that particular module. You just need to focus on that. There will be no question that is asked which is not there in the modules that have been prescribed for the exam. Next, how can I speed the audio lectures, especially Islamic psychology and etiquette course? Audio lectures cannot be, the speed cannot be increased. You can download it onto your system and use external players, and on that you have the, you can increase the speed. But then on the IOU side, for you to increase the speed of the audio lectures, that's not quite possible. What is community service? Answered already. It is there for every program. The WhatsApp groups are not there for every single course, but it is there for the programs. Okay, so for BBA program, there's a WhatsApp group. IT program, there's a WhatsApp group, not for every course in the program. The next question, I got this question wrong on my test. Okay, this is a module test question itself. I'm sorry, I'll not be able to answer this question. You can, if you feel that your answer is correct and you have been marked wrong for it, you can go to the dashboard and apply for, you can apply for a quiz. I will just take you to that portal. Yeah, you can. So on your dashboard, if you see over here under error reports, you have MCQ error reporting. You can report your error, the question that you feel has been wrongly marked. You can definitely report it over there, and inshallah it will be looked into, but you need to provide proof as well. Next, I only took 3 courses for this semester, and I didn't choose Tajweed as I can't read. So one. Can I switch to full-time? So it's too late. It's too late to switch your study mode from part-time to full-time, as the enrollment for this semester has been stopped. And because you didn't take Tajweed in the first semester, you can definitely take it in the further semesters. That's not a problem. You can take it in the upcoming semesters. I enrolled 4 weeks after the semester officially started, but I thought you could sign up any time of the year. So how's it that I'm late on? Where should I be? There are 2, you can sign up at any time of the year. Yes, that's correct. However, the enrollment periods are only twice in a year. One is in the month of September, the next is in the month of March. So within these two, in these 2 months, you have to finish the enrollment. Admissions are open all year round, but enrollments are only open during these 2 periods, because if you delay it further, you will not be able to attempt the coursework. You will not be able to meet those deadlines. That would be a problem later. I registered for psychology on 30th September. Is there any test or assignment before the midterm which I should focus on? You would have to focus on the pre-midterm module tests only for now, and then the midterm examinations. Simultaneously, you could also look up the assignments, because assignment questions have been released, so you can work. So 2 things you need to work on, basically, assignments and the pre-midterm module tests. Next question, where do we find the books so that we can refer a particular book and do our assignment? You have the IOU library as well. So you can go to the IOU library and you can look up the different books that are available. Or otherwise, you can use external sources as well. You can use external sources and you can take it. For example, if you see the IOU, the libraries are over here under student services, you can pick up the resources from here or use external sources. Will you have a recorded version of this live session? Inshallah, yes. Next, how much plagiarism percentage is within the acceptable range for the assignment? It usually depends on the teacher who is checking your assignment, but more or less, to keep it as an average pointer, you can say within 10 to 15% is an acceptable range. But sometimes teachers do not accept that and they would want it within 5%. Any genuine online plagiarism detection tools? You can definitely use VeriCite, and Grammarly also has a plagiarism detection tool. Next, can I cite from course text materials for assignment, or do I need to cite from external resources? You can definitely use your course text as well to cite for the assignment. Next, Tajweed course is mandatory for everyone. I can't find my Tajweed page. Yes, it is a mandatory course. If it's there on your program list, it is definitely mandatory. And you will only be able to look at the Tajweed page if you're enrolled into the course. If you haven't taken Tajweed, then definitely not. You will not be able to view any Tajweed related content. Next, will you pardon us for missing live class, or we should apply for makeup? You should definitely apply for makeup. There is no, the pardon thing is not there. What is community service? Already been answered. What is the process? Community service, first, do we need to complete the form that we'll get on our website and then we should go for the work? No, once you're done with your work, you can go and fill up the form on the website, okay? If you're doing community service, for example, if you're serving in an Islamic institute for free, of course, your services have to be voluntary and not paid. So the supervisor who is there, they can fill up the form for you. However, if you are doing an individual community service on your own, then you can fill it up on your own. You don't need a supervisor to fill it up. It's to be done after you complete your community service hours. How will I know about the live classes going on? As I had discussed on the dashboard, you will have the live session info. You have the live session info over here under academic section. You can have a look at it over there. I missed up a whole week of Tajweed classes. How can I reach out to make it up? You can go to the Tajweed application portals that I had shown. You can definitely go up there and apply for the makeup class. It's also there over here on your dashboard. I missed community service talk. Do they start from the first semester? It depends. Okay, you are in the degree program. Yes. So no, it does not start from the first semester itself. You need to complete at least 12 courses and then you can start your community service. In how many days we will get our results for midterm and final? It is immediate. It will be displayed on the screen immediately, just like after the module test, you have your scores being shown. That's in the similar way for the midterms and the finals also, the scores are shown immediately. I am dual stream student. I'm not receiving my second stream PSY emails. Please reach out to help desk and inshallah they'll see what the issue is. I have missed all the live sessions of CMP due to Maghrib prayers. Will I lose scores for absence? You would have to go to the evaluation scheme of CMP 101 and since there are live sessions, 5% of the scores are dedicated to the live sessions. So yes, you would be losing out on those 5% if you are absent for all of them. What do you do if you can't get a whole lecture? Like, because of the background sound, you're not able to understand anything in the lecture. You can report it on the technical feedback forum, that's one. Second, you can reach out to help desk and inform them about it so that a better quality audio can be worked on, that's one. Second is you can definitely refer to the notes that are given and the slides that are provided to understand what has been discussed in that particular module. Do we need to do community service on registered center in our region? No, that's not a condition. You can do it anywhere that is possible for you. Next, how to do the attestation of certification. The attestation is to be done in your local notaries. So it has to be by an authorized notary, or it could be the Ministry of Education of your place. The place that you're residing, not necessary that it should be from the place where you have gained the certificate from, no. When do you have to submit them? Anytime before the completion of your program at IOU. Anytime before that, you can submit the attested copies. Next, is it okay if we just listen to the audio without watching the video? Yes, that's absolutely fine. You can listen only to the video. You can listen only to the audio. Next, can we study the modules and send the assignment of each module in the study break time? Yes, you can. You can do that. You can do that. You can study the modules and then send the assignment of each module and the study breakdown. Please note that these are practice assignments, and these are not the actual ones, that the main coursework that is provided. What kind of courses have live session for Bmais? For Bmais, there are no live sessions. There are no weekly live sessions. Next question. The subject pedagogy is extremely tough as I studied from Arabic medium school. I would suggest that you read the text, the text that's provided with it, and that would help ease the whole process of if you're not able to follow through the content that is being discussed in the video. Alternatively, you can also reach out to your course teacher and explain the problem, so they will definitely provide you additional resources that can be made use of. Next, if we have wrong answers on our module test, how do we check the correct answers? There is no way to check the correct answers. There is no answer key that is provided. You need to look up the answers on your own, run through the textbook and try to figure out what the correct answer is. In case you're not able to do so, you're still a little confused, you can definitely reach out to your course teacher, but your course teacher also will not give you the correct answer. They will just guide you to a proper understanding of that particular question. What's the portion for final exam? It is the modules which are after the midterm examination. However, 5% of the questions will also be from the pre-midterm modules. However, for Arabic, it is going to be all of it, the whole set. Can I change the subject or remove it, replacing the other Arabic language subject? It is too late to it's too late to replace a subject with another one, because the enrollment is not open any longer for the current semester. Can we see previous year's assignment to refer? I'm sorry, that's not an option. Where can I watch the missed live sessions on CMP? It is there on your course page. So if you go to your course page, you will find the recordings. There'll be a section that says recording somewhere. Oh, so you have this live session over here, right? So you will find the live session recording over here under this case for CMP. Speeding is allowed for etiquette course videos, not all of them. The option has been enabled on all of the videos. In case you are not able to do it, you can of course download the videos and then speed it up on your external player. Would you advise, should we study courses one by one or all together? It depends on your commitment level. It depends on your understanding of the content or understanding of the content of the courses that you have selected. If you find it extremely difficult to understand the content, then the best option would be to do one course at a time rather than mixing a lot of them. But if you find that the content is relatively easy and you don't have to exert yourself a lot, then you can try to add on another course and study both of them simultaneously. So it actually depends on the student and also the difficulty level, what each person feels about a particular course, the difficulty level. How can I join the official group? If you're referring to the WhatsApp group, the links will be posted, so you can join it through that. Or otherwise you can email InfoDesk and they will give you the links. You can specify which group you want to join, which course group, because students will not be added to the groups of the programs that they do not belong to. Okay, can we see previous year assignments? No, we cannot. After completing the courses that is in both of my streams, when should I proceed for credit transfer for the course? Are you referring to the dual programs? You can inform help desk immediately and you can proceed for the transfer. You don't have to wait. It can be done immediately. Desire, you have hard copy of textbooks which we can buy. We do have the IOU store. If you see, there is a banner that comes up on the course page, and this is the IOU store, and you can purchase the books from there. It doesn't have all the hard copies, it does have a few. A referencing style that should be used for the assignments, you need to go through the document that the teacher has provided. So under the assignment section, when you open up the assignment page, all the details will be provided, which referencing style, but mostly it is APA. Some courses the teachers might expect a different referencing style, but they will provide you details for it. But that's very rare. Next, what's the last date of submitting assignments, and how much time will we have for midterm examination? So all the dates are mentioned on the dashboard, so you can have the last date for submitting the assignment would be 1st December, but the late submission will be 10th December. Okay, when we say late submission, it is 15% deduction. As of now, this holds. The bachelor degree of BBA, would it be helpful in taking admission masters in other universities? Generally, IOU's courses are accredited. However, we always ask our students to confirm with the university in which they wish to apply, and they need to inform them. They need to tell them that this is a degree and will you accept it? So you need to have a conversation with them and understand what is their status on the online degree. Can I make all the community service hours at once, or do I need to make it every year? If you mean on a yearly basis, if you want to submit it, yes, inshallah, if that's how you're accumulating it, then you can do it. But if you're referring to, I'm not sure if you want to do all of them at one go, or do you want to submit all of them at one go? Can we contact the teachers in IOU? Your course teachers, yes, you can. You can contact your course teachers in IOU, or you need to go to the course blocks, and as I said, that all the teacher information is mentioned over there. Do I have to complete 36 hours and then fill the form, or can I send it if I complete 12 hours this year? Ideally, 36 hours would be a good option, because it takes time to process those application forms. So you would be delaying your processing time itself. I enrolled in Certificate of Psychology. Do I have to do community service? All right. There is, if you see, there is this whole community service document. As I had told you, over here on your dashboard, if you see this purple color, the circle over here, once you click on it, if you type community service, it will lead you to this document. Now, this document has got all information of the number of hours that is required for you to do community service, number of semesters, and depending on the program. So if you want, you can take a snapshot and keep it ready, or otherwise you can always come back to this document and have a look at it, okay? Now, for certificate program, no, you do not require community service for certificate programs. Is certificate online? I'm not sure what this is referring to. If you have missed out on CMP 101 live session, you cannot make it up. You can definitely listen to the recordings of the session, and you can get the information that was passed on. Study questions are review questions. They help you to revise the content that has been covered. And if you're able to answer those questions, it shows that you have a good hold of the concepts that have been covered in the particular course. I'm doing part-time. I only have time to do the module test during weekends. Am I allowed to take break from the course? We do not have specific times or specific dates within which you need to finish. Yes, we have a deadline that has been fixed. Yes, you need to finish your module test within those deadlines. So you can space it out. Now, if you have time only during weekends, you can space it out accordingly. How much you can do over the weekend, you can do so many module tests. So put down the number and then divide it accordingly so that within the deadline you have completed. If you feel that you're not able to keep up with the deadlines, if you feel that you would rather have something which is without any deadlines, you can opt for the audit program, audit stream. But in that case, you would not be eligible for the certificate. You would not get a proper degree certificate if you're doing the degree program. You would just get a certificate of completion. Psychology live session, there is no, if, I'm assuming, yes, you are in the first semester, then there is no live session for weekly live session. If you're talking about the revision live sessions, that will be during the study period that is there. So during that time, you will have the revision live sessions. Next, communicating. What is community service? As I have explained, what I could do is I could probably post the link of this document over here, and all of you can have a look at the community service. So all the details about community service are posted over here. In addition to this, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us on help desk. And the English they're using is very hard. Even you mean the English in the module tests and in the modules? Reading a lot of text, English-based text using a dictionary, inshallah, should help you maneuver through the course content. Okay, so I think that was the last question. Do we have more questions from our students? I think that's about it. So I can give you another 4 minutes, inshallah. So if you have any questions, okay, how many questions will the midterms constitute of? 50 questions, 50 questions for the midterms, for the midterm, and all will be MCQ. Referencing style, if you're talking about as APA referencing style necessary, then yes. Usually they, in fact, in all the courses of IOU, they ask for APA referencing style itself. Your assignment has to be referenced in this particular style, otherwise you lose out on score. The referencing also carries a particular score, and depending on the course, it changes. So sometimes it is 10%, sometimes it's 15%. So you would lose out on that much amount of score for that assignment. Do we have to complete all the module tests? No, you need to complete the pre-midterm module test before the midterms, because then it becomes easier for you to attempt the midterms. And this is one advice I can give the students over here, that always attempt your module tests and then attempt your midterm examinations. If you feel that there is still more time for me to complete the module test, let me finish the midterm exam first. No, that's going to be detrimental. You will not be able to understand the questions quite well. Once you complete the pre-midterm module test, it gives you a certain level of proficiency over the content, and the midterm becomes easier then, inshallah. For whom is community service mandatory? It is mandatory for all students except certificate program students. Yes, inshallah, the recording will be available. You can start your assignments after giving midterms, because if you see, yeah, I am on that screen right now. So the midterm examinations get over on 14th November. The assignments have to be submitted by 1st December. If you feel that you can complete it in this short duration, then you can definitely start your assignments later. But if you feel that you need a little more time, then I would definitely suggest that you must start it right away. Link to the WhatsApp group. It depends on the program that you are actually joining, sister. So you will have to, you can email us on infodesk, and inshallah mention the program also, and we will give you the link accordingly. I mean, if we attend the class of computer, we will get marks for attending the class. You would have to check the evaluation scheme. If there are live sessions for a class, then definitely 5% is awarded for the live sessions itself. So I think that would be the last question that we are taking for today. So, and I think we have come to the end of our scheduled 90 minutes as well. First of all, we apologize that we weren't able to start on time due to technical issues. And again, Jazakallah khair for coming in onto this platform and clarifying your doubts, inshallah. Now, we hope that you are better equipped to proceed with your studies at IOU. And of course, we are always available at the help desk and through live support to answer your queries, inshallah. Before I close, I would request you to fill the form that has been just sent now on the chat box. Please make sure you fill up that form and submit it. And also the WhatsApp group links will be sent to you. You can email us on InfoDesk and inshallah we'll send it across to you for the specific programs, inshallah. Okay. Jazakallah khair. With that, we will take your leave and yes, inshallah. Until next time, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.